days meant to the end of that rainbow. For us, it's just the beginning, though. If you looking at it from our angle, it ain't a page they don't roll in our love story. No. Of course they
Hey y'all, we back with another video.
Back with another Q&A because we got a bunch more questions that came in. Some might be the same, but we've been here for a while, so maybe we can answer the questions a little better than before.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm just gonna get right into it. Let's see. Can't answer that one because we don't know. We'll say how are the schools if you want to say we don't know much. But what did the guy tell us yesterday about the schools?
How are the schools? We do homeschool, but they're kids who do like kindergarten to high school. They have two schedules. I know they go from like 7 in the morning, and then they go. What was it like?
I think it said 7 to was it 11?
Yeah, 7 to 11, and then like 2:30 to 5 or something like. They have a break in between because you just see kids walking around random points of the day. I don't know. High schoolers go long. They go from like 7 to 5.
Yeah, 7 to 5.
This area specifically, Perez Eldon has a really good music school for kids, but I'm not exactly sure about a whole bunch of the stuff with the schools because we do homeschool.
Yep.
Sorry, I don't have much on that. If somebody is in Costa Rica and does have information, answer the question in the comments.
All right, somebody said, how often do we have to deal with bugs?
Bugs.
We don't got to deal with bugs that often, especially not like, when we was looking up, we was seeing a lot of bugs on the videos and stuff. But it ain't where we at. It's not many bugs, besides like flies and ants and little stuff like that. Yeah, we in the mountains, but we is close to a city, so I don't know if that got anything to do with it. Once we move like more off the grid into the mountain, we'll see if we get more bugs, animals, critters, or whatever. But for right now, it ain't like nothing crazy.
We did see a big ass roach. I think
it was flying too.
Big ass.
But maybe we've been here like almost 2 months. So we only seen like one or two.
Two roaches. Bird roaches. Because they got wings. 2 of them, and then I think he just killed one outside. That it was outside, and I think he was trying to run in the house, but it killed him before he came in. You're gonna see bugs, like huge bugs.
Yeah.
But
nothing crazy, like no big spiders.
I've seen more bugs in the United States than I've seen here.
Yeah, I was seeing spiders, scorpions on videos and from YouTube. It was like scorpions, snakes, and just a bunch of crazy stuff, which I haven't seen yet.
And I bought all gangs of bug spray, chemical-free bug spray, and I really even haven't had to use it. Like they be getting attacked by mosquitoes sometimes. Like I think my daughter got bit by a mosquito or something, just like because she was outside in the grass with no socks on. So I think she got bit by a mosquito, but nothing crazy. Like the mosquitoes in Florida, these mosquitoes ain't got nothing on them.
I barely right now. It.
So not that bad.
All right, next question. How do we find an apartment or house?
Airbnb. For now.
Yeah, and people say Airbnb is expensive, but I don't think so.
Everything is included.
Yeah, it depends on your budget. You can get some expensive ones, but you also can get some cheaper ones. We started out a little bit expensive, but we moving down. Under our budget actually. But we just wanted it to be comfortable when we first got here, so we got one that had everything we thought we would need. So, but you can find places, and it is websites you can look at that you can find a nice house.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, Facebook Marketplace, and I think it was a site called Pure Vita Connection or something. You could try that one. That had houses on it. Most of them probably not furnished. That's another thing.
Yeah, that's why
Airbnb got all the furniture, got everything you need. If you rent a house, you might have to buy your own furniture, pay water separate, pay electric separate, Wi-Fi separate, but you might end up paying $1,200 more instead of just getting the Airbnb for
They got
$1,000
all
or
of
whatever.
that. If something happened, boom, you know what I'm saying? It's right on Airbnb. You know, you got any issues, you can contact their customer service, get an extra layer of security.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did hear if you do get a lease here, it ain't like no law that they can't terminate your lease before it's up. So that's another thing to look into. If you sign a year lease, they might 3 months in decide you got to move.
If it's for sale, right?
It just depends.
Because it's like that in America too.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is like that in America.
That just happens in
because, you know, here, people, you know, might not think about stuff like that. You're in a whole other country, so.
Yeah.
Airbnb, just do your research, look, and, you know.
That's what worked for us.
All right, somebody asked, do we homeschool? Yep. And can we send them links to schools?
I don't have any links to schools, but we do homeschool.
Yeah, we do homeschool. We just teach the basic read and write and math, a little bit of Spanish.
Education.com is a site. I think it's only like $12.99 or $15.99 a month, but it's amazing. It has all your lessons. It will literally. I'm gonna do a separate video on education.com. I'm telling you right now, education.com is amazing. It will give you lesson plans. They will give you interactive worksheets where you can they can do the worksheet online, or they'll give you printouts on all the stuff that you can print out, worksheets. They get, like I said, the guided lesson plans where they can click on them and then it takes them through, kind of like iReady. Or it will teach you how to teach them. Say this, okay, pause, ask them these questions, and then do this. I mean, literally, education.com is great. If you are homeschooling, self-paced.
Yeah, self-paced. I don't know about the schools here, but schools in America is just like a waste of time, really, in my opinion, because we was homeschooling in America too. And we went to school ourselves, and I could tell you right now, none of that really matters right now besides reading, writing, and math. To me, anyway.
Depending on your occupation.
Yeah,
it's kind of a little different. He bucked the system completely. I agree in a sense, but depending on occupation you will need, certain education to get there. So,
Yep. How do we determine Costa Rica? We're moving to Mexico, but did consider Costa Rica. I think is more expensive and a little further from us. We just picked Costa Rica. We did research, tried to find somewhere that wasn't too far from where we were coming from, which is Florida. Costa Rica was it was close, like same distance as Panama, Colombia, not too far, but Costa Rica did appeal to us more because the simple lifestyle, and we found some guy on YouTube, and he had so many videos on the actual area we in now. He had so many videos on that area that just watching the videos, we already felt like we was there. So we just kind of started liking that place. Then we got on Airbnb, did our research, and boom, found the place.
Yeah.
The rest was
what he said.
All right. What else? Somebody said we look so happy. That ain't a question, but
very, very, very happy. It's funny. A small story. When we first got here, and I was like calling my dad, calling everybody, telling them that we made it. Immediately they was like, "You look so happy." Everybody kept saying we look so happy. It is true. We are very, very happy.
Somebody said, how long have we lived here?
Almost 2 months.
Yeah, it's like 45 days. We got here on April 13th. It's June 1st. So almost 2 months.
Almost 2 months.
Yeah. How did we get started?
With the thought of Costa Rica?
How did Yeah, how do we get started, like, on the actual move, I guess?
I'm gonna have to be honest. So for me, how I got started, that I wanted to leave America, not just Costa Rica, was the war going on. And we have like separate reasons that all go together. You know, like he had his own reasoning too. Personally, for me, I was experiencing a whole bunch of anxiety, which I really haven't shared. I was experiencing a whole bunch of anxiety around what goes on. I've always had anxiety with like wars going on. I've always had that, but specifically what was going on in like Palestine and like really getting into America's hand in it, God, it just didn't feel good no more. Like I felt so guilty every day I woke up there. Which I'm realizing like I know I have no hand in that stuff, but the fact that our government makes certain decisions that they make in other countries and what they're doing right now, I wanted to go. Like I was crying to my husband, like, we gotta get out of here. Like we have to get out of here. Like this fucking shit is horrible. Outside of the fact that they poisoning us in our food, outside of the fact that they poisoning every area, like the school
Man,
systems,
bodies.
yeah,
Yeah.
like every area, like I literally felt under attack, like in every area. I don't know if you felt like under attack, but I know he had like a spiritual awakening through food, where I think, did it have something to do with like leaving America? With like food, like the food quality, did it have something to do with it?
I mean, it has something to do with it, but mainly just the American lifestyle, the rat race. Like, ain't no way of escaping it, even if you make a lot of money. I mean, if you make a lot of money,
Especially if you make a lot of money, because they like make a lot of money and they start buying more shit, and then they live from paycheck to paycheck. The check gets bigger.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think for the average American, you work just pay bills and come home, wake up and go to work again, pretty much. And I ain't want to do that no more, so something had to give. Even moving into RV, yeah, we had more money, but it still was kind of the same. You know, get up, go to work. You know, same. You know, routine. Like you can't do exactly what you want to do. So yeah, you gotta make money here or wherever you go, but at least it'll be better on your own terms. I don't think we could have did this in America specifically because you ain't finding no Airbnb for a month for $1,000, or you really ain't finding nothing all inclusive for $1,000.
And you know what? You know, I just thought about the idea never crossed our mind.
What?
The idea never crossed our mind there.
Yeah.
The idea of let's pause, right? Let's pause real life. Let's hold on. Let's try to reroute for something that we actually want to do here. You know, like in America, we never had that thought in America to do it in America. Maybe for a reason. I don't know. I just thought about that. Like, we never even thought about doing that in America. Because we could.
Really realistic.
We was only paying $725 in rent. If we would have said we're not gonna go to Costa Rica, let's just stay here and do, you know.
Yeah, but what would we have done?
I mean, tried to do our channel, you know, and there.
Yeah, doing what though?
I don't know. Maybe traveling around like America.
Yeah, but we still would have been in America. It still would have been that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't even an option. Like
yeah,
I didn't even.
It still would have been expensive. You know, gas $4 or $5 a gallon. Food still high. It still
anything to do with there.
It still was just. You still got insurance. You still got this, that, car, you know, whatever. It still was gonna add up. Yeah, like it wouldn't been no way possible to not have a car in America. Ubers, anywhere you go, $10, $20 here, $3, $4, $2, $3. So
yeah, that's true.
It just
I don't want to do it. I just thought about that.
Yeah,
like that wasn't even
the only way we would have did if we would have had our van, and that would have been a little better, but we still would have had to get hotels, Airbnbs every now and again, whatever. I don't know. I just didn't
want to be there anyway. Like I said, I was feeling under attack, so that's where it came from. Like, it came from for me just feeling like I needed to leave for my mental health, because I was feeling too much anxiety. around worldly matters. And I just needed to go. I just needed to go.
All right. Next one is
Let me just say this real quick. Sorry, real quick about Costa Rica. Something that my friend educated me on. Another reason why I think Costa Rica is cool. Okay, so when they don't like something that their president do, they get rid of their ass. Like, we were laughing because we're like, in America, we got a president that's about to run in prison. Like, he's about to be, and people gonna vote for him. Vote for whoever you want to. Personally, don't have a care in the matter. But here they don't play. If the citizens don't like something that the president is doing, like, they gonna rally the community together. And like she said, like, one president even like tried to like flee to America, and they captured, they came and got his ass and locked him up over here. Like, if they doing right and they don't like something, which I'm pretty sure every
they protest too. They'll block the road.
Yeah, trucks coming through. Like, they don't play though. Like, and presidents actually get overturned.
And that's the same in Panama. That's why we kind of like, we ain't going to Panama.
Yeah, we didn't understand what was going on.
Yeah, we didn't really get it. We thought that, protesting in America
shit get crazy.
So they were like, they protesting in Panama, this, that. So we was like, we instantly took that off the table.
Yeah,
but I'm glad we did, because I think we would like tear better anyway. Yeah, because of Panama more
Americanized, not Americanized, but city they compare it to Cincinnati, not Cincinnati. They compare it to Miami, and we just come from that. Listen, we don't want to be nowhere near Miami. So yeah, just thought that was something cool. Like, I like how the community bands together.
All right, next question. What would you say is a good amount to be able to move and maybe purchase a home there if they didn't want to rent an Airbnb? Also, do we work? If we do, what do we do?
Your amount is so subjective.
Yeah.
I hate that. Not that I hate that question. I just don't know how to answer it, because it just depends on your lifestyle. I don't know if you got children you taking care of, if you solo, that question is something that you literally have to figure out for yourself.
Or just tell us more details than we can.
Or the factors, we can tell you the factors. So if you want to come over here for 6 months and your job pay you a certain amount of money, we can help you with that instance. Like, if you want to come over here for 6 months, then you want to have at least at the bare minimum $10,000. If your rent gonna be this much, it just kind of like, you got to give a tad bit more details for it to truly be valuable information for you. Because I seen somebody come over here and say they ain't really had no money. They just was like, they had enough money to pay for their whatever lease, and then they just made shit work. That might not work for everybody else. I don't know.
But I would say, just looking at houses, I have seen houses for as cheap as $50,000 with land or lower. Of course, you can get more expensive, but I would say if you had to say about $80,000 to $100,000 to buy a house, you would probably be comfortable. Yeah, you can get a nice house actually.
If you got
compared to Florida, these people specifically coming from Florida, so any house probably like 400,000 or more. Yeah. So if you come over here with $80,000 to $100,000, I'm sure you can find something that you'll be like
200,000. Or you said?
Oh yeah, 200,000. You definitely
200. You said whatever, like, you can get whatever the hell you want, pretty much. Not again with realistic expectations. Yeah. But you can get a nice ass house.
What's the second part?
What we do for work right now, we're figuring out what we want to do. So, like in the last video, what I said was we bought ourselves time to adjust to figure out what entrepreneurship thing we want to try to do. What else? What do we love? And let's get creative and try to make money in different ways other than the way that we used to make money in America through 9 to 5s. So we just basically bought ourselves time to figure it out. And right now we're in a space of figuring things out, which is why like we pay for things in advance. We paid off things. This is what we did. We just basically bought ourselves time to be in this creative space to be able to figure out what our next move is. Both have jobs back in the States that if we need to go back, we can go right back. Yeah. Things of that nature. I try to take that off the table because I don't even want that lingering, But I'm just being realistic. It is there if it absolutely has to be there. But we lived in an RV for about a year and a half, and we really grinded it out and planned it out so we could have this time to be in a creative space, to see if we could make something else happen on our own.
Yeah. Was that it? Let me see. It might have been it.
That's kind of something too. Like that is an idea that I don't. Some people, when they leave the country, they say you need to make sure you have a job over there and all of that stuff. And that, if you can find you a job before you get over here, that's amazing. But for us, a big part of it was wanting to take a break from that stuff, right? We wanted to come over here and sit still and say, well, what you like to do? What you like to do? What kind of business would you want to do? What's something that you want to invest your time in? What's something that you wanted to try that you weren't able to try because you didn't have time from a job? So maybe when you leave in the country, I would say give yourself time to not. Give yourself time to not have a job. Give yourself time to, if you can't afford it, which, listen, if you're still in the States, this is what you're planning for right now. Buy yourself time. Pay for it now. If you got enough money to move to a different country, don't immediately move into the same cycle. Give yourself a little bit of time to figure out what you want to do, or even just take a long break. Give yourself a month. Give yourself whatever you can afford. Like I said, you planning for it now, so you decide how much time that's going to be. Give yourself a time to get out of the matrix, to figure it out and get creative. Like, to me, why wouldn't you, if you're going to be moving out of the country, don't move out of the country to live in the same, lifestyle. Try to get out of that lifestyle. And how you do that is pay ahead while you're in the States, plan. When I leave the country, I don't want to work immediately. I want to take time and be creative and figure out what I want to do. And it's not like when you're not working, you ain't gonna have no money because you planned this. So you gonna have your money, figure out how much money you're gonna need and plan that. Basically, that's what we did. So we're not necessarily in a space of always money, money, money. Because when you're in that space, you don't attract money in that space. You actually push it further away from you. So yeah, put yourself in a place where you like, girl, I'm gonna figure this out, or ooh, I'm gonna figure this out. If you are not already in your field or your passion, or you're running your business that you already run, you don't always need a job to take the leap. Sometimes you could just take the leap.
I think that was it.
All right, so that was our other Q&A.
If you got any more questions, put them in the comments and we'll answer them.
I don't have anything else.
Yeah.
That was it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so when we drop, we can let you guys know.
Check out our other videos also.
Yeah, our shorts, comment on those. Our TikTok, we have a TikTok called The Dunnies. That shows like a little bit more of our goofy personalities, little stuff like that. Personally, Ivan has his pages that we'll put in our descriptions, mine too. But yeah, don't be afraid to reach out. If you're in Costa Rica, don't be afraid to reach out. Interested in coming, whatever it is. But yeah, we got 100 subscribers now, so we moving on up. Join the crew.
All right. Peace out.